Imagine standing in the forum of ancient Rome. Merchants shout, soldiers march, and rumors ripple through the crowd. A man brushes past you muttering an insult. For a moment your heart pounds and your thoughts spiral. You replay his words again and again, each echo sharper than the last. Marcus Aurelius knew this same storm of the mind. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." He reminded himself that the insult itself was nothing, only his thoughts about it could wound him. We may no longer walk Roman streets, but we wrestle with the same problem: how to quiet the endless stream of negative thoughts. The Stoics left us a path. Let's walk it together. First, notice that your thoughts are not facts, they are passing impressions. Epictetus reminded his students, it's not things that disturb us but our judgments about them. Picture yourself lying awake at night replaying a mistake at work. The mind insists the error defines you, that others are judging you, that your future is already ruined. Yet when you step back, you see it as just a chain of opinions, not reality itself. The Stoics trained themselves to pause, breathe, and question. Is this true or only my judgment? With practice, you learn to watch the thought float by, like a leaf drifting downstream. Once you stop believing every thought that arises, you begin to loosen the grip of negativity. And when you can see your judgments clearly, you can take the next step, remembering what lies within your control. Our second practice is to divide what you can control from what you cannot. Epictetus said, some things are in our control, and others not. Think of the frustration when your train is late, or traffic crawls for an hour. Your mind leaps into irritation. Why now? Why me? I'll be late, everything is ruined. But pause, can you command the traffic to move? Can you change the delay? No. What you do control is your response. The Stoics urged us to reclaim that inner power. Instead of anger, you can choose calm. Instead of rumination, you can choose patience. The traffic remains, but your suffering lessens. The more often you ask, is this mine to control? The quicker you cut the roots of needless distress. With control clarified, the Stoics moved to the next question: what story are you telling yourself about the world? Third, reshape your inner story. Marcus Aurelius often wrote to himself, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Suppose you spill coffee on your shirt before an important meeting. One story says, I'm clumsy, unlucky, today is ruined. Another story says, it's small, it will pass, I can laugh and carry on. The fact is the same. What changes is the narrative you weave around it. The Stoics trained in reframing, not twisting the truth, but choosing the interpretation that strengthens rather than weakens. This is not blind optimism but clear-eyed courage. You tell yourself a story that supports action and dignity. When you alter the story, the weight of negativity lifts. And once you've practiced reshaping the story, the Stoics taught another powerful habit: to remind yourself of life's impermanence. The fourth way is to remember how brief every moment truly is. Seneca wrote, life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. Imagine losing yourself in anxious thoughts about tomorrow's challenges. You miss today's meal, the warmth of conversation, the beauty of light falling on the window. The Stoics urged us to bring the mind back to the present moment, to remind ourselves that worries are shadows of things not yet real. When you step into the present, negative thoughts lose their sting. You see them for what they are, passing clouds in a short sky. This awareness of time makes you gentler with yourself, and more grateful for what is here. And gratitude itself was the Stoics' next medicine for the restless mind. Fifth, practice daily gratitude. Marcus Aurelius began his meditations by recalling teachers, friends, and even strangers who shaped his life. He wrote, when you arise in the morning, think what a privilege it is to be alive. Picture yourself caught in complaints, too many emails, a late delivery, a rainy day. Gratitude shifts the focus. The rain means the trees live. The late package is small compared to the health you still hold. The emails show that others trust you. The practice is simple. Each day, list 3 things you are thankful for. By doing this, you give your mind new material, fresh colors to dye the soul. Negativity has less room to grow when gratitude is present. As gratitude grows, so does your perspective. And perspective leads us to the next Stoic habit, viewing life from above. Our sixth practice is the view from above. Marcus urged himself to imagine human life as a brief moment within the vastness of time and space. Look at the immensity of time behind you and to come, another boundless space. In this whole universe, what is your place? Picture yourself trapped in negative thoughts about a rude comment from a colleague. From up close, it feels enormous. But from above, across centuries and continents, it shrinks to a speck. You see the pettiness of the insult, and its power fades. This exercise widens the frame, quiets the ego, and reminds you that most worries dissolve when seen against the vast horizon of existence. From this higher view, the Stoics return to the ground with one last practice, directing your mind to service and virtue. Finally, shift your focus from self-centered worry to purposeful action. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." Think of a day spent cycling through anxious, negative thoughts, doubts about your worth, fears about tomorrow. The more you circle yourself, the deeper the rut. But when you turn outward, choosing one simple act of kindness, one step of duty, the storm begins to clear. For the Stoics, service and virtue were the surest ways to escape the prison of negative thought. When the mind is busy doing good, it has less room for endless rumination. Negative thoughts thrive in isolation, but they wither in the light of purposeful living. And so we arrive at the close, returning to where we began, in the streets of Rome, facing the storms of the mind. Picture again the crowded Roman streets, the voices and insults, the whirl of judgments in your chest. Now imagine Marcus Aurelius walking calmly beside you, whispering his reminder, "You have power over your mind." The Stoics did not promise a life without negative thoughts. They promised the strength to meet them with clarity, patience, and purpose. You cannot stop the wind from rising, but you can learn to set your sail. The practices are simple. Question your judgments. Separate control from chance. Reshape your story. Live in the present. Give thanks. Take the view from above, and act with virtue. Which Stoic way would you try first? Share it in the comments. I might read yours next time. The challenge is this. Let the next negative thought you notice become your chance to practice philosophy, not your prison.